Starting in 2 minutes, we're gonna work from F2 up to F1. This is day 2 working on the career. So we'll up that 8 more, because we went from 0 to 10, now we're at 18. Just gonna slowly rise it as we go.
It's a new addition to the Formula 2 calendar. Albert Park has been an iconic F1 circuit for years. Recently remodeled to encourage tighter racing on track, it is 3.28 miles, 14 turns instead of the original 16. Well then, after an exciting session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Carter lines up on pole position, with Teo Porcher starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Awasa, Martins, Ollie Behrman and Deruvalo, Vesti, Doohan, Hauger, Brad Benavides, Fittipaldi, Deshaw, Arthur Leclerc, Amory Cordial, Correa, Stanek, Novalak, Kushmine, Maloney, Crawford, Boschong and Roy Nissany completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, he is Alex Brundle, and we have changeable conditions today. Alex, how does that uncertainty affect the strategy?
Well, uncertainty is what strategy is all about, but it absolves the teams from the responsibility of running both compounds of tyre. They might have to use that wet tyre, of course, and then the question is, where do those crossovers lie between the wet and dry conditions?
Alright, I'm just giving myself a minute to focus here and we'll get it started. Good luck, good luck.
job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate. Brilliant stuff from High-Tech GP today. What a superb victory.
We've heard stories of drivers watching the race on the big screens while they're going around leading with that kind of advantage. I reckon that's what they were doing, you know, AJ.
And it's time now for the podium celebrations, and how well deserved is this one? What a fantastic victory for High-Tech GP. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2...
I also got the bet I gotta do tonight on here, but I'm gonna do it off screen but record it. I don't want to start in first.
The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action, and until then, goodbye.
My qualified position 22, that's a slap in the face. But that little stop I had on that one corner completely dropped me down to there. Do you see how just one mistake can really screw up your time and shit? We got this though. There's one thing I gotta do for.
Baku never fails to disappoint fans of Formula 2, so hold on tight. The cars are set on the grid and any moment we'll be starting today's race. Welcome to Azerbaijan. This is not your usual racing circuit. It provides one of the most complete tests for the field. Sector 1 sports a set of 90-degree corners around the block, if you like. Sector 2 gets even tighter with the old city walls. Sector 3 just turns 16 to negotiate, and then 2.2 kilometers, flat to the floor, full throttle, in 6th gear, all the way to the end. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. Teo Porcher has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, with Jehan Daruvula alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Awasa, Vesti, Clermont Novalat, Doohan, Hauger, Vachon, Benavides, Arthur Leclerc, Martins, Behrman, Kushmini, Enzo Fittipaldi, Cordial, Crawford, Correa, Roman Stanek, Maloney, Nissani, Boschon, and Carter. And now it's time to head down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
Back of the grid, not great, I know, but let's just try and use the first lap to push your way up the order.
Good luck, let's go.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.